Morning, boys. Miriam here. It's story time again. Now, today's story is a little bit different because I don't have a book in my hands, so I've no pictures to really show you. But this story is quite special, and I think you'll know some of the people in this story. So, are you ready? I hope you have really got to listen today. So, you have to sit nicely, put your feet back on the floor, sit up straight, hands on your lap, and we'll get started. You ready? Listening. Once upon a time, there were 7 boys who went to a school called St. Finian's. One boy was called Marek, and another boy was called Michael. Another boy was called, you'll know this boy, Christopher. Then there was a great fella called Noli. And you know who Noli's best friend was? Are you ready? His name was Coy. And I nearly forgot somebody else who's in our room now, and we see him sometimes. Scotty. There he is. So anyway, one day they all arrived to school. So what happened was Christopher and Noli went up to the door. It was wide open. In they went. It was very quiet and it was very dark inside. Coy got a bit worried. He shouted out, "Where's everybody? Hello, 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 is there anybody there?" shouted Marek. And Michael, he was a little bit worried. He didn't know what to do, so he stayed beside Marek. But nobody answered their call. Scotty, he was a little bit frightened. Where was Teacher Sarah? Or Teacher Karen? He ran up and down the corridor looking for people. Scotty and Cole, they ran into the classroom. They opened the door and inside there was nobody there. There was no Etna, no Ali, no Janet. Where was Elaine? And their favourite SNA, Rob, was nowhere to be seen. How very strange indeed. So what happened next? Christopher, he was very smart. He called all the boys together. He said, "We will have to have a search everywhere, lads. Our teachers and SNAs must be somewhere." And so it began. Cole and Scotty went into the yard. They looked under the slide and through the fence. There was nobody there. Then Noli and Christopher, they tried the sensory room. It was very quiet and it was very dark. They looked under the bean bags. They looked behind the door, but there was nobody there. Lastly, Coy went into the swing room and he looked in the big box that everybody hides in, but there was nobody there. By now, the boys were very, very hungry and thirsty, so they decided to sit down and have their little break while they decided what they were going to do next. So after they had their food, they went into the yard for a run and a play. Noli and Coy, and not forgetting Michael, had a great game of chasing. They ran all around the yard. Christopher and Cole, they had to sit down. They had a chat about what to do next. I think we're going to be okay on our own, said Nolly. The other boys agreed, so they decided to do all the activities that they liked to do in school. So, Coy and Nolly, guess what they played with? They played with the blocks and the Lego. So that was good for them. Christopher, where's Marek? There he is. Christopher and Marek. And who else would... Oh, let me see. Where is he? And Scotty. Guess what they played with? The iPads. Michael had his string. And Marek, he had a scooter. And I bet you can guess where Cole went. Can you guess? He went to the swing and had a great swing on his own. Very happy. Soon after, Marek saw a man walking up the corridor. Oh, he hid under a table. He was a bit frightened. The man stopped and he looked around and he said in a very loud voice, "Who's there? Who's there? I can hear you." Slowly, all the boys, Marek and Nolly and Coy and Michael, Christopher, Scotty and Cole all came out to see who was there. They were so happy when they saw who it was. Can you guess who it was, boys? It was Jonathan, the principal. Oh, they said, "We're so happy to see you, principal. We didn't know who was in the unit with us." Jonathan laughed. He said, "What are you doing here?" So Scotty, he said, "We can't find our teachers. Teacher Karen, Teacher Sarah, they're not here." Coy said, "There's no Edna. There's no Ali." Cole said, "And there's no Rob." Oh, Jonathan laughed out loud. He said, "Of course they're not here today because there's a day off from school." Oh, the boys thought, really? Yes, there was no need to come to school today. We forgot to tell your parents. So Jonathan said, "What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give them a ring and tell them to come and collect you." Oh, the boys were so happy. They really were. They laughed about their day in school with no teachers and no SNAs, and they had lots of fun. So that was a real adventure. So Coy and Michael, don't forget Cole and Marek. Who's left? Christopher. There's Scotty. And who's last? Nolly. All went home happy. Okay, boys, that's today's story. I hope you recognize some of those faces. I think you know who they were. See you again soon. Bye.